wrapping up another Friday night at the Harper-Fowlkes, and really interesting evening for sure.
Yeah, it really was. Really was.
Anything of interest down in the basement area that you'd like to share with people this evening?
We got Stacy back.
Yes. Hey, welcome back, Stacy.
Throw right in. Some people got breathed upon.
Right.
There's people who did hear stuff. The kitchen, there was like noises in the kitchen. It was so funny because we heard this big crash, and then our tablet lit up. It's broken. Broken. So it's like, oh wow.
But we didn't see anything.
We didn't see
going
anything.
there.
Yeah, there's nothing
fell.
there.
But
There was one lady that was standing in the doorway of the kitchen, and she didn't even hear it. She didn't even hear it. She was standing right there, and she didn't even hear it. We all heard it standing outside, but not her. That was no. That's interesting because we all heard that, and she wasn't. She was right there in the doorway. I think. Let's see. Around the table, there was some girls that got freaked out. The safe is what freaked that one girl out really bad. She went in there and just kind of like. It is an odd energy.
it is. I really think the music is making a difference. We're doing some experimenting with this music and getting a lot of feedback. I mean, it's
responses.
definitely. I mean, they were pegging it out. I say they because we had, you know, the K2s around that table. We used to have a metal table down there, and now it's wood, so it's not conductive. It's very grounding. But
Right, both of the K2 meters were keeping in time, and they were going red. And you know, we kind of thought it was her phone maybe setting it off, and she was like, she had her phone away from us, so it was definitely unexplainable.
It's really cool though, because it was like 3 of them were syncing up. I don't know if you guys could see that on the cameras there.
I did
we could
post
see
some of
one kind of flashing.
Yeah.
That was it.
I did post some stuff on the Instagram.
Oh, awesome. So people can check it out.
Yeah, so people can check it out. I did some recordings on there and some pictures of, we got the name Emma again. And, you know, that was pretty cool. So I did get a picture of that. So, and I did tell them if they wanted to find out who it was.
Right, you have to come out here.
Lots of technical issues tonight.
We started out with technical issues.
right.
It's like,
We've got 2 tablets right now that have been trying to boot since 7 o'clock this evening, and it is now 11 o'clock at night. They're still sitting there trying to boot. We've rebooted them, unplugged them, never got them to come up. There's one device that we had audio recording on that was constantly coming up saying that the app had crashed even though it was still recording, and it would just flash and then shut down and flash and shut down. It never shut the actual app off, it just kept telling us something was wrong.
it said something was wrong. Well, it said error.
Error, abort, we got that. A lot of little
I got
repeat
a
stuff.
portion downstairs.
That's weird. Usually you get stuff like that up here.
But I got a portion downstairs.
Now, over there, there's actually
The name Parsons,
there's a wood piece covering the window that's over there, and a lot of times when we're up here, it actually sounds like somebody's doing construction work because that thing is.
But mainly at night.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting tonight is some people heard it before we even mentioned anything about it. The 2 of the ladies that were here said that when I was standing over there, they heard it and they noticed that I didn't actually respond to it. And I guess because I'm kind of getting used to it in some ways. But they were downstairs, and the group that was up here, everybody was looking for something to kind of, you know, prove that something was here. And one of the things was, can you make some noise over there? And within a few minutes of asking, that thing said, like that. And and then later they tried to get it to do it again, and it wouldn't do it for them. But yeah,
Get a figure. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
They're like kids. You want them to do something they want.
Yeah, DVR crashed for a minute this evening. I don't know. It's been weird, but
it's weird.
you never know what you're gonna find out here. I will say that.
my first night back, I caused all the technical problems.
I don't know that that was you. We've been having a lot of technical issues, it seems
They
like.
usually do turn them off. It's like we'll turn them on, some of them on, and they will get turned off.
Were the lights out? Because I cut off all the little
Yeah.
candles downstairs. Were they still turned off?
There's a couple up here that were back on, but downstairs seemed to be all right.
I turned the light off in the kitchen, because we turned that off. I don't know if you turned that one off, but.
What was it? Two ladies. There was something I noticed up here, and now I can't remember what I was going to tell you about it.
Well, I know that you guys were making some noise when I was in the basement, and I could just hear y'all kind of like going, whoop.
Like
That wasn't
what?
y'all?
Like what?
I just thought I could hear some like enthusiasm or something. I thought y'all had captured something.
No, nobody really got loud up here. The first group,
I thought that was them. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it
it
too.
may have been something outside, because up here people were, in fact, if you were down in the basement, are we talking like after the
Actually,
rotation?
no, I was actually on the second landing there.
Were you bringing everybody up here?
I was
I
talking
had
about
just
myself.
was it just when I got off the elevator? Because I heard that too. When I just got off the elevator, I heard something up here. It sounded like they had, yeah.
Woo, yeah.
No woo-hoos or anything up here that I know of. In fact, the last group that was up here, where most of the first group, they wandered throughout all the rooms and were getting all kinds of stuff. The last group, it seemed like they were just really ready to kind of sit and watch the cameras and hear.
A lot of people like to watch the cameras.
I mean,
You can
but-
see what's going on around everybody.
Normally, when I have a group of people up here, there may be one or two in here.
Uh-huh.
All 8 of the people that were up here at any given time were sitting in here. There was only one of that group that was kind of wandering occasionally, but everybody was pretty much in here asking questions, trying to get responses on the K2s and stuff like that. But no woo-hoos or anything that I would say came
Well, you
from up
just
here.
never know. You never know what you're
Yeah.
Now, I will say that these 2 rooms still were pretty active.
Mhm.
That room was supposedly active tonight too.
And across the hall was too.
So the whole top floor was kind of
Top
like.
floor was pretty busy tonight.
People picked up the couple that sat in that room,
Mm.
the man. So I don't want to give it away, but
No.
yes, they picked up a lot of activity in that room.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, in fact, they may share some of the video that they got with us on the page.
Oh, awesome.
Which would be
Always
really
fun.
cool. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out, because it's always neat to see what other people have found on their own equipment.
Exactly. I mean, it's an event, but it is for,
But you
Finding
are
out
the
what-
investigation team.
exactly. You're part of the longer investigations. It's really about gathering that information. So
Well,
it's great. It was a good night. I was gonna say that the basement did seem to be very active. The music really has made a big difference of creating that, I guess, the atmosphere for us to get a lot of activity. We like to play the music around, the different kinds of music to see, and we're actually getting quite a response. It's just amazing. You guys have to come out and check it out yourself and see, but it never staged, never put on for you. It is a real experience in a real haunted house. I mean, what more can I say?
Absolutely.
yeah.
And it's fun. It is fun
Yeah.
to get to just figure out why they're here, what's going on.
What's going on?
So, never a dull moment, never a dull moment. Had a great night. I'm a little tired. It was a little bit draining.
Yeah,
I
it was a
think,
little draining tonight.
but still, it was really good. I think we made good contact and still adding some great research.
Yeah. So yeah, come on out and help us find out what's here, and
Yeah,
hopefully we'll see you next Friday.
right.
And just keep in mind that we are helping this museum rebuild itself back to its grandeur. So it's, they've got a lot of work to do, and what we're doing is to help them refinish all of this and bring it back to its beauty again. So
Restoring it.
yes.
The restored fun. And come be a part of the investigation. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.